Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to start by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful Akim out there, pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and also you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations. They may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian. One is the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Hey, Shalom. It's your brother Halakia from the GMS Denver camp coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai with another video. And we're going to start right here in Numbers 1:18. And it reads, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls." And we always bring this out to show you that your lineage is determined by the seed of your father. You see, and this is how we explain the Israelite foreigners, Israelites who may be scattered abroad, living amongst the heathen nations, looking amongst the heathen nations, but they have fathers whose lineage go back to them being so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. You see, this is what we're telling the world when we say that Israelites are going to be gathered from all the nations that we have been scattered to. You see, now I have a video here from YouTube, right? And it says what? Rampage Jackson, in which we know is a so-called Negro, or he can also be a so-called Seminole Indian, a Reubenite. You see, because I think he's from down in Florida somewhere, Mississippi or somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. But we know that he's definitely an Israelite. You see, the spirit that he has upon him, the spirit that shoots forth from that fleshly body is the body of an Israelite, man. You see, something that can't be faked. Now, it says Rampage Jackson streams with Japanese son for the first time. Now, you see the boy right here.
Where your keys at? My keys? I didn't give them to you.
Now, you see this child. This is the seed of Rampage Jackson. This is the seed that came forth from this man's nutsack. Look at him. He has curly hair. You see, curly black hair, which can be attributed to his mother, which is an Ammonite, a so-called Japanese woman. You see that he has those slanted eyes that the quote-unquote Asians have. So he has the features of the heathen. And he's also a little bit lighter because of his mother's complexion. You see? And what you have to understand is this. He's not the only example. We have many examples of our people that look like this, but their fathers go back to being so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians. They go back to being Mexicans and so forth and so on, but they're Israelites. And this is all over the world. This is what we're telling you. This is not about no black nothing. We always say that. We're not black Hebrew Israelites. We're just Hebrew Israelites, man. And this is another prime example that brothers can use to prove this point. This is Rampage Jackson's son right here. And he looks like a so-called Asian. He's not Japanese in no sense of it. This child is a so-called Negro. But you wouldn't be able to tell because he has his mother's features. But that's Rampage Jackson's son. This child is an Israelite. He's not Japanese. You see, because your lineage, your pedigree is determined after what? The house of your father, as we just read in Numbers 1:18. And once again, this is going on for many generations. So what you have to understand is we have our people, our family lineage, our seed has been scattered amongst every nation in the world. And when Yahweh Shai returns, he's coming to gather the elect over our people from all places that we've been scattered to. You see? When you go, you see this? Let's keep playing it.
I got him. Here you go. You don't care. You don't care what I'm gonna do to it. As long as you don't mess it up. I'm not gonna mess it up, son. Right. I'm not gonna mess it up. All right, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I better not see huge ass wings on the back. Yeah, I'm putting big ass.
Do you see this man's face? Look at him and look at Rampage Jackson. He looks like a little, you know what I'm saying, a dark Japanese child, but he's actually an Israelite. Because his father is an Israelite. You see that? This is what we're telling you. This is not about skin color. This is not about being black. This is just a nationality. This is who we truly are. And if you have any common fucking sense, you know that we, as Israelite men, we love all women from all nations. We love them all. And this guy, Rampage, he already said he's trying to have a child with every nationality of women on the earth. And he said he got like 3 more to go or some shit. You see? So every time he gets one of these women outside of an Israelite woman, that means that child is an Israelite, and they're going to come forth with the features of their mothers. Look at this one. He looks like a tan Japanese kid, but he's actually a so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah. You see? And this is going on for generations now, man. Just wanted to prove that point. Now let's get this. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 11, verse 10. It says, "In that day there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious." Talking about our Lord Yahweh Shai. You see, he's that root, that ensign that's going to come from the root of Jesse. You see, through the loins and lineage of David. You see, in the Gentiles, which are us before we woke up to the truth, we're seeking after him, for him to bring us into that rest, and for him to bring us into that glory that was promised unto our family, our lineage, our bloodline, the Israelites. You see, according to what the Most High has promised unto our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see? Now it goes on to state, it say the what? The restored remnant, right? And the remnant consists of who? Or who does it consist of? The remnant is talking about the remnant of the 12 tribes of Israel. Now listen, Isaiah 11 and 11. "And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea." So wherever the remnant of the nation of Israel is scattered to, that's where Yahweh Shai is going to gather them from. And guess what? When he gathers them, they're not going to all come looking like so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're going to come back looking like men like this. Because we've been scattered amongst all different nations. So they're going to come back looking like Arabs. They're going to come back looking like East Indians. They're going to come back looking Japanese and Chinese. And there's some of them going to come back looking like Edomites. So that's why we're telling you this is not a black Hebrew Israelite movement. We don't preach that. That's not the truth. We are just Hebrew Israelites, and our seed has been scattered amongst every nation under heaven. And here's another example of it. You see? This is what it is. This is not based upon skin color. This is based upon the seed. You see that? A lineage, man, a bloodline. And our seed.
Now you. Where your keys at? My keys?
And our seed has been scattered amongst every nation under heaven. And that's where Yahweh Shai is going to gather his remnant from. From everywhere on the earth, looking like all the nations that we've been scattered amongst for all these many generations. You see? So Isaiah 11 and 12, it says, "And he shall set his hand again Isaiah 11 and 12, "And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth." You see that? That's talking about the second Exodus. where Israel, where the remnant of the nation of Israel is going to be saved from all the lands that we've been scattered to, from amongst all the heathen that we've been scattered amongst. You see? Let's go here to Jeremiah 23 and 5. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch." Once again, this is talking about our Lord Yahushua. That's the righteous branch that's been raised from David, as promised. "And a king shall reign and prosper and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth." This is what Yahushua is coming to fulfill. You see, he's coming to order the earth in righteousness, man, and he's coming to wage war to do so. Verse 6 says, "In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua liveth, which brought up and which led the seed, let's get that word for seed, which brought up and which led the seed, right? Zerah.
Strong's H2233. Zerah.
Said seed, sowing, offspring, semen, virile, offspring, descendants, prosperity, children. And our children of our nation, through our seed being spread, is everywhere. Everywhere.
Where your keys at?
My keys?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Look at this dude, bro. Look at this dude, bro. This shit is crazy. You see this? This dude looks Japanese, but he's an Israelite. Because of who his father is. It ain't got nothing to do with Satan. It ain't got nothing to do with skin color. It's about the seed. You see? Call Allah Yahweh Shah. So it says, Jeremiah 23 and 8, it says, "But Yahweh Bashem Yahushua liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country," which is North America, Babylon the Great, "and from all countries, whether I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land." So wherever the remnant are in the earth, Yahushua is going to gather them back from there. And they're going to be gathered looking like all the nations that we have been scattered amongst for all these generations, man. Perfect example right here. Perfect example. This ain't got nothing to do with skin color. This is all about the seed. You see? As a matter of fact, let's get one that the pagan Christians try to run with and apply to all people, but it doesn't. Let's get Revelation 5. And we'll start at verse 9. It says, "And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain." This is talking about our Lord Yahushua, the sacrifice. You see, the perfect sacrifice for sin for the children of Israel, beginning with the elect. We go into this all the time. So it says what? "For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation." Talking about who? The Israelites who have been scattered abroad. You see, and a lot of them are going to come back looking like this. A lot of them are going to come back looking like Arabs. A lot of them are going to come back looking Turkish or like Irish. They're going to come back looking Chinese. They're going to come back looking like Koreans and Filipinos. They're going to come back looking like Samoans. They're going to come back looking like Hamites. They're going to come back looking like Edomites. They're going to come back looking like every nation under heaven, because we have been scattered to every nation up under heaven, and we've been there for generations. And as we have been there, our men have been laying down with the heathen women, bringing forth children which take on the facial characteristics of these heathen nations that we've been scattered amongst. It's not hard, man. That's who Yahushua has redeemed out of every tongue. You see, by thy blood, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. And when you get this word for kindred, it even tells you who it is. It lets you know it's not talking about heathen. It's talking about who? The Fule.
Strong's G 5443. Fule. Fule.
Which is who? A tribe in the New Testament, all the persons descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, making them who? Israelites. Because they are who their father is. You see this? Descending from one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob. And what makes you see who you are? The house. Oh, where is it? The house of your father is what makes you who you are. As it tells you right here. You see that? And the sons of Jacob have been scattered to every nation under heaven, man. It's not hard to understand. So, Revelation, and we'll finish it off right here. 5 and 9 it says, and they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and has made us unto the Most High kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. And that was only promised to one nation on this planet. It wasn't promised to all people. When you go back to Exodus chapter 19 and verse 5, it says, Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. And the children of Israel are men. We have been scattered to every nation under heaven, laying seed in all these heathen women. You see, for generations now, bringing forth children with the characteristics of these heathen. But according to their father's lineage, they are what? They are Hebrew Israelites. You see that? And so with that, man, I'm going to end it by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth according to the Bible, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful elect Akim out there pushing this word into all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah has created us to do. With that, I'm going to say Shalom, Wa, Abba, Babal.